The Sacred Temple of the Tooth Relic. The Temple of the Tooth is the sacred place where the left tooth relic of Gautama Buddha is enshrined. This temple, which is visited by thousands of local and foreign devotees and tourists daily, was designated a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1988. In the city of Kandy, the Sacred Tooth Relic Temple is built near the ancient royal palace, adjacent to the forest reserve called Udawada Kelaya to the north and east of the temple. To the south lies the famous Kandy Lake, also known as the Sea of Milk, and to the west lies the Natha and Patini temples. The temple is decorated with intricate carvings using gold, silver, bronze and ivory. The city of Kandy is the last place where the sacred tooth relic of Gautama Buddha is enshrined. During the reign of King Kirti Sri Meghavarna, 301-328 AD, the sacred relic was brought to Sri Lanka from the ancient Indian city of Kalinga by Princess Hemamala and Prince Dandha. It became a symbol of the Sri Lankan kings and was treasured in a special shrine built within the grounds of the royal palace wherever the capital was located. The ruins of such buildings exist in the ancient capitals of Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Dambadeniya, Yapahuwa, Kurunagala, Kotte and Gampola. While in Kandy during the last kingdom, the Sacred Tooth Relic Temple continues to be the most revered and greatest shrine in the Buddhist world. This temple was beautifully renovated and decorated by King Kirti Sri Raja Singh. The Patharapuwa or Ashdashra Mandapa was built by King Sri Wikrama Raja Singh, who reigned from 1798 to 1815. The protection of the tooth relic and the continued performance of religious rituals continue to this day under the strict supervision of the three main guardians of the tooth relic. The most venerable Mahanayaki Theros of the Malwada and Asgiri chapters, and the lay guardian, the Diyawadana Nilayam, Handunkudama, the area of the sacred tooth relic. The Handunkuda faces the devotees who enter the sitting hall from the lower floor. The structure is decorated with wood carvings. Its walls and ceiling are adorned with paintings. In accordance with the customs of the Dalada Maligawa, a number of names are used to identify different places in the Handunkudama. All these names indicate the bond that existed between the king and the sacred tooth relic. Magal Maduwa, the function hall. The Magal Maduwa or the function hall occupies a prominent place among the wooden structures of the Kandyan period. According to historical sources, this structure was built by Rajadi Raja Singh, 1783 AD. More wooden pillars were added during later renovations. The king met his guests here, and the famous Treaty of Kandy was also signed at this location. Ran Sivi Gaya, the golden canopy. The golden canopy attached to the roof of the temple to cover the tooth relic enshrined in the Sri Dalada Maligawa is known as the golden canopy. Mahavahalkade, the king's palace, on the other side of the Mahavahalkade, to the left, is a rather long structure. It is the palace of Sri Wikrama Raja Singh, the last king of the Sinhalese. This palace, which looks simple at first glance, contains all the architectural techniques of the Kandyan period. The doors and gates inside the palace were designed to make it easy for the king to reach the Temple of the Tooth. Makara or Rukua, the dragon arch. Upon entering the palace, visitors are expected to enter the palace through a stone dragon arch. On either side are statues of gatekeepers. The head of the dragon statue is decorated with steel. The door frame is 12.5 feet high and 15.5 feet wide and is also carved out of stone. There are pettas and lotus flowers among the beautifully carved stone spots. Ambarawa, the tunnel. The stone dragon archway leads to the Ambarawa, a tunnel-shaped hall. The Ambarawa is 29 feet and 8 inches long and 8 feet wide. Inside the hall is a painting of 8 men dressed in traditional Kandyan attire to pay homage to the sacred tooth relic. The roof of the Ambarawa is decorated with a Kandyan-era lotus motif. The painting gives the viewer a sense of reverence and serenity. Weda Satina Thena, the sitting area. The temple that houses the sacred tooth relic is also known as the Ganda Kuti, or perfume room. The sacred relic is enshrined in the 7th of 7 golden caskets. The Ganda Kuti is simple and decorated with red curtains, and is equipped with bulletproof glass. The casket carrying the sacred tooth relic is flanked by the procession casket and the Burmese casket. In front is a silver table where incense sticks are offered to present the tooth relic of the Buddha on silver platters. Walakulu Bema, the cloud wall. The high perimeter wall built around the moat is shaped like a cloud. It has ventilation holes cut into it for lighting small clay lamps. This wall is expected to provide both protection and beauty to the sacred palace. Meanwhile, the wall surrounding the palace's main gate has also taken the shape of a cloud. Pathamalaya, the lower floor. The lower floor where the tooth relic is enshrined is called Palamaya, or the visitor will find 20 pillars made of stone and decorated with carvings. There is also a staircase leading from the lower floor to the upper floor. Before entering the upper floor, one passes a silver carving. There are 2 lion statues made of stone on either side. On the lower floor there is a shrine dating back to the Kandyan period. The golden weapon workshop after the Senkatagala kingdom was properly established. The services of a royal goldsmith were obtained to manufacture the king's golden crown and golden weapons. The building constructed for this purpose on the left side of the Magal Maduwa, which is adorned with all the features of Kandyan architecture, is the gold weapons manufacturing factory. This structure was so important that several kings renovated it from time to time. Dia Gala, the water canal. There is a narrow open space between the elephant statues on either side of the moon-shaped arch and the Mahavahakata. It is surrounded by a short perimeter wall. The water feature here is a protective barrier for the Temple of the Tooth. Water rising from the foundation of the Patharipu, an octagonal building, flows around the structure. It is believed that in ancient times, the watercourse, fed by the nearby Kandy Lake, extended all the way to the Vishnu temple. Patharipuwa, the octagon, the octagonal structure that adorns the palace with splendor, was built by local architect Devendra Mulakari during the reign of King Sri Wikrama Raja Singh, the last king of Sri Lanka. The octagonal roof, outer towers, and perimeter wall are a unique representation of the local architectural tradition. Originally built as a separate structure from the main palace complex, it has now become part of it. The symbolism of its octagonal shape was designed so that when the king stood on the tower, the 8 points of the compass spread out around him, making him feel as if he were at the center of the world. Palamaale Vihara, the lower floor shrine, the Palamaale Buddhist temple, is located near Patharipuwa. The Palamaale Vihara is located to the south of the entrance to Patharipuwa from the palace. King Kirti Sri Raja Singh built this temple. This place can be accessed by a staircase decorated with a 7-tiered lamp. This Buddha hall was later improved by King Rajadiraja Singh. There are 2 special images inside this Buddha hall. They are 2 paintings of Weliwida Sangaraja Thero and King Raja Singh. Pirith Kotuwa, the sermons area. The place where Lord Guruthara Thero conducts Pirith chanting is known as Pirith Fort. Devotees who come can listen to Pirith chanting. The Museum of Raja the Tusker, the preserved Raja Elephant Museum, is visible to a visitor walking towards the king's palace. The Raja Elephant, which faithfully carried the tooth relic for nearly half a century, is a national treasure. The elephant, which died on July 6, 1988, was cremated and reconstructed for display to future generations. All the records from the birth of the elephant to the immense service rendered to the Temple of the Tooth are found here. Sandakata Pahana, the moonstone. This is found at the bottom of the gateway leading to the palace. This triangular-shaped design belongs to the Kandyan tradition. On either side of the 2 statues is a dragon, from which a beautiful scroll emerges. There is a lotus seat protruding from the middle. No one is allowed to enter the procession or the moon-shaped platform until the Diyawadana Nilam arrives there. Asala Parahara, the procession, the Kandi Asala Parahara, Kandi Sri Dalada Parahara, or the Festival of the Tooth, is a festival held in Kandy, Sri Lanka, during the months of July and August. This historic procession is held annually to pay homage to the sacred tooth relic of the Buddha enshrined in the Sri Dalada Maligawa in Kandy, a unique symbol of Sri Lanka. This procession consists of elephant processions carrying the Karaduwa on elephants, fire dances and whip dances, and traditional local dances performed in high and low country costumes. The festival concludes with the traditional water cutting ceremony, which takes place on the Mahaweli River in Gatambe, Kandy. The custodians of the sacred tooth relic, Most Venerable Tibatuwawi Sri Siddhartha Sumangalabhadana Mahanayaki Thero Malwada Chapter, Most Venerable Warakagoda Sri Nanarathana Mahanayaki Thero Asgariya Chapter, Dr. Pradeep Nilanga Della, Diyawadana Nilam of the Sri Dalada Maligawa, the map of the Temple of the Tooth Relic.